members. I'm interested to say a few words about his experiences and exposures as a leader. He is the founder, CEO of Rambelier and founder Dokyo Smiles expressed by Medical. It's a self-employed. And then he occupied a chair of Managing Director, Faso & Co. Private Limited. Next, President, LYC International Company Limited. And Advertising Sales Manager for Transmedia Company Limited. We are so happy you, sir. Welcome to the RVS Circle. The floor is open for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your introduction, Doctor. And hello, everyone. Konnichiwa. It means namaste in Japanese. And normally at this kind of opportunity, speakers say that it's such an honor to be invited to do a speech here today in front of so many talented students in these institutions. Of course, I feel the same way. But as startup founders myself, I'm extremely busy every day and every second to focus on what we pursue and achieve our goals. So I would say that I'm wasting my time a little bit for others now. You know, I spent quite a lot of time to prepare for this webinar. But sure, I accepted this role today as a wonderful experience from my friend. So I got to do something that is not actually wasting my time. So today, I will talk about true stories for you. And I'm quite sure that most of audiences here are also in the same situation to study and research to achieve your current goals, right? And if not, it's okay, no problems. Play around with girls or boys until you get in serious troubles in 10 years, as I did 25 years ago. And if you're lucky enough, as I am, you still have a chance to become someone special, but normally it doesn't happen. All right, let's get started. In this world, there are two different stories: the true stories and the stories that are not true, but if you believe them, they will help you live peacefully. And often the true story is too cruel and unequal for ordinary people to accept and live with. Some of you here might think that people like me who were born in Japan must be very happy unconditionally. Most of cases, I have to agree with it. But the world is not equally safe, the wealth and developed as you know. And you might not know, but thousands of young people are suiciding in Japan every year, unfortunately. Also, 70% of Japanese are feeling they are not happy. But why this happened? They must be happier than people who were born in India, maybe, yeah, right? They have like safe space, clean environment, and money easily. Because happiness is truly complicated. Even you achieve something what you dreamed of, or you buy something you wanted, it doesn't mean that will make you happy unconditionally. So we really need to think about what happiness is and how we can have it. Unfortunately, there are no specific answers for it because everyone pursues different type of happiness. So you got to talk and listen yourself carefully to find it someday. Again, today, I will try to talk to you with real intentions of my opinion. Stay hungry, stay foolish. This is what Steve Jobs said at the graduation ceremony of Stanford University in 2005, as you might know already. And I tell you how the way I took this word. Sometimes, especially when you are teenagers or around 20 years old, you need to be overconfident or misapprehension your talents. The confidence without evidence. I know it sounds pretty crazy, but this is my story here. I didn't like to go into the concert or shows because I didn't like being one of audiences with tens of thousands of people. What I wanted to be is the one who is on the stage. In other words, in life, the spotlight, as it were. And I wanted to be somebody. I didn't want to be a nobody. And I didn't want to be, surrounded by a multitude of nobodies and cheering up for someone else in the spotlight. I mean, at the concert or something like that. But even if you're not a singer or artist, if you are invited to watch it as a special guest or something, and you are in the specific seats, that's still fine, because the person has a name. The name occurs when the person is invited. But I didn't want to be at the live concert as one of the thousands of audience who have no specific name. And if I see a female artist or actress, I didn't want to be a fan of them. I wanted to see them as a potential girlfriend or something. And if I see a male artist or actor, I saw them as rivals who I don't want to lose to. Of course, I feel that the music is good or the work is great, and I also respect their talent. But it doesn't make me a fan of them as a person. I know people will definitely think I'm crazy, right? And you might think I'm a creepy guy. But this kind of misapprehension or overconfident when I was young, I believe it should be a booster that takes me a step further. It doesn't guarantee you the result, but at least you need to have such an overconfident, even without evidence, to become someone special. Okay, I'll tell you another example that sometimes overconfidence is necessary. It's about people who talk in a bit of a rough way or do a bit of introduction through the microphone in the rough way. It's like, yo, 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 yeah, I'm so Iizuka and I'm so Iizuka, something like that. That makes lyrics. You don't see it very often, I know, but you might have seen such a person at high school, maybe junior high school, or on a TV show. And most of the time, they don't play well, as I did just now. And I don't think they can do such a kind of embarrassing things because they have some special rap skill. I think they can do it because they don't realize how shameful it is to perform a bad rap, and it means they are lack of something. Showing something different is not because you have skills to do it, but because you lack something that ordinary people has. If you have a normal thinking, you wouldn't be able to confidently show people tricks that anyone can do, right? Like cheap skills that I did right now. But no matter what kind of fields you are into, not everyone is a professional from the start, and they don't all get good at it out of the blue. So to be able to do something different without shame is kind of the talent, I think. Just like there's a talent for hardworking, there's also the talent to be overconfident. So there are many people who want to do something different, but normally they're ashamed to show it without proper preparation and practice before make it perfectly. The environment nurtures people. I like this phrase. It's important to be in a good environment where you are fit to do something. sometimes you can make more progress than someone who works a lot harder in a bad environment. In this world, there's a huge appreciation on the talent who can work hard. It's true, but in my opinion, I feel that the talent to be overconfident and a misapprehension is more important than hard working when you are young. So the more you can, misapprehension, overconfident, the faster you can get to a good environment, and that good environment will make you grow more quickly. In the startup business world, we call that like a fake it until make it. Anyway, especially when you are young, you need to think that I can do it, I deserve it, and I was born under such a star. And you'll get to a good environment early and grow faster because of the environment around you. And your goal can be achieved with it. So yes, you can do it. So my suggestion is start something with overconfident or confident without evidence, and analyze yourself accurately. And then realize your weakness and strengths. And finally, focus on it with efforts. This cycle is effective. With similar words in startup culture, we call them as create minimum viable product and doing proof of concept and finding product market fit and scaling. You cannot go straight into the scaling from the beginning. So it's better to start something in your teens or early 20s to make it happen properly though. This is because in your late 20s and 30s, you start to analyze yourself properly and you see your own visual and you won't be able to start trying anything. So start as soon as possible. Now I'm 45 years old now, and most of people who are same age as I am, they're hard to start something different because of the reason I told you right now. I believe that there's no tremendous difference in basic talents between us. Like everyone is usually around like 75, 80, or now like 85 points. And you might find that some of them are like a 90 points person with amazing talent. And some of them are 70 points person, but there's no big difference from the 70 to 90 actually. So I believe that it's important to get on the right track as soon as possible before you start to think, I cannot do it, I don't deserve it, or I was not born under such a star when you get older. I believe that such a mentality is the most important factor in a young person's life and success. And the Japanese couldn't take this way. Most of the Japanese couldn't take this way for a long time. That's why Japan is now a bit falling. Sometimes people say that there are no winners or losers in life. But I believe there are. It's just a question of who you compete with. Not to compete with other people or the values they hold. It is a contest with yourself and the person you envision yourself to be. And whether you win or lose, don't be fooled by the sophistry of people pretending to be nice. They can only say what is like pleasing to the ear. It is a person who does not dare to be hated. I believe there is the battle to be won that needs to be fought. There are goals in life that you have to aim for. And if we boldly put up a fight and lose, whatever the outcome is, you can say that you are the winner in your life. People who only talk nonsense all the time, they're the ones who have never even challenged the odds. So they cannot even be a loser. They're just all the nameless bystanders. So right, next I talk about what entrepreneurs life are. People sometimes might think that entrepreneurship is a job title or role in a startup business. It is, but actually it's more like a lifestyle. When I was a student, I was thinking that I'm super busy and exhausted for studying every day. But now I am like 10 times busier and harder to be an entrepreneur. But it's very ordinary as an entrepreneur. Let me talk about my career a bit. I was employed when I started my career as an advertisement consultant at a magazine publishing company in Tokyo. And I was in a fashion industry. And most of the night, I had to attend the parties and meeting people and drinking together. If I compare with it, it was much easier work than that. I just needed to go office and receive salary. Of course, there were some like target sales numbers that I needed to reach, but even so, everything was much easier. Basically doing business need money, right? Either lot or less. We need money to create products, operate and acquire customers and keep growing. The money comes from either myself or family or sometimes investors. Even it is from my own wallet. We need to see return of investment, right? ROI, return of investment. Nobody wants to just spend money for nothing. So probably in your case, what does it seems like? You are starting to become like doctor, engineers, or artists, maybe. So either your families or yours or funds pay for it. You need to get return, which is maybe degree, certificate, license, or job, maybe. So return of investment is always crucial to do anything. And as a startup founders, we sometimes need to do fundraising to launch or scale, or sometimes for survival. And when I launched current startup, I thought that business idea is all enough to raise capital. So I created like a good business model and the revenue scheme, and the product structures and competitive advantage and team building, and drawn quite fancy pitch deck for venture capital. Some of them like our business, but I couldn't raise capital. They asked me to show who I am and why me, why I'm doing this business. It called like founder market fit. I'm doing sort of like health tech startup right now. So I talked about my experiences of surgeries I have done. Like I have big scar on my stomach and I had 4 times operations in my life. I call it as an Olympic because I had to go operation room every 4 years since I was 4 years old. And I also talk about my mother who is fighting with cancers for decades. And these are one of my reasons to doing my startup right now. And they love the story and it sounds good to me as well. That those stories are lovely and dramatic. It definitely sounds like startup, like success story that we can find in the bookstores. But it went smooth. I still couldn't raise capital. What I was lacking is maybe related degree, certificate, also maybe a good personality. I truly regret that I should study properly when I was a student, especially for the business I'm doing right now. Actually, I'm not sure if it was the reason I couldn't raise capital, but I'm sure it was one of them. But I kept focusing on my business and break through the situation on my own. So I honestly suggest you to obtain the relevant degrees as return of investment. This is always crucial to do anything. And this is the principle of doing business. So either you like it or not, to focus on what you are doing right now to see some returns. It's very important. But on the other hand, the life is not all about business, right? This world is not only for economic activities. We do love partners, trust friends, and help others and contribute to society. And even doing economic activities, we need personalities enhancement. People prefer to do in business with good people, right? And normally, yes, it is, and it's true. Sometimes but people can earn money quickly, but it's not sustainable. And you might think that you can become a great person when you get older, but it's not true. You won't be automatically becoming a nice person when you just get older. So don't forget that you need to pursue to become a better person during the journey. It's quite risky to say this, but what to do by old generation is not working anymore. So you need to find your generation's way to be successful. And actually nobody cares about you, even the teachers. So you have to think by yourself. The world is changing, the global economy balance is shifting. And in 10 to 20 years, India will be top country in the Asian region, higher than China, higher than Japan. And soon your generations are leading this country, India, and also Asia. And what you need are power and money. It's a reality of the world. But those money and power are not for buying, nice car or drinking expensive wine, something like that. It's for helping families, solving problem of your friends, and maybe saving the country and the world. So ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. That's what John F. Kennedy said a long time ago. So then to be a good person, what we can do or how we can be a better person. I believe it's learning, the learning, but it's not what you do right now at college. Learning can be wider definition than study or research. We can learn from everything actually. And I know that you have heard it so many times and sick of hearing it, right? But when I was 13 years old at school, I could answer the one question of the important exam from anime, the Japanese anime, Doraemon. Have you heard that Doraemon before? It's like a blue color cat type robot that helps lazy Japanese boy with glasses. And I have read one of the episodes and I recall the phrase what Doraemon mentioned on that anime story. And it reminds answer of the exam. The point is that I remember the phrase, even it's not very important one. So even from anime or the songs, movies, or TikTok or Instagram, there's something you can learn. So be always cautious and open for learning. There must be something that can help you. And I also would like to advocate that we can learn a lot of things from arts, painting, music, dancing, novels. There are the thousands of enlightenment you can obtain. So please open your eyes and minds to everything you see, hear, and taste and feel to get some tips for your life. So just say that the learning is important, but why learning not only what you like or what you focus is still important? Because what you like right now might not be your everlasting favorite in your life. From my experience, the person in Japan who loved Hawaii Island, is the person who have been to Hawaii only, they advocate how great Hawaii is and how special Hawaii is and how much they love Hawaii. So I asked them, where would be the competitive island against Hawaii? Then most of them haven't been to another island and couldn't answer. And also sometimes same as like the person in Japan who love doing the surfing. They say how great surfing is and how special and how much they love surfing, but they have never tried other sports such as climbing or scuba diving or skydiving. It's ridiculous, right? Don't you think? What a shallow person they are. The worst one is the person who loves Hawaii and surfing though. It's like hopeless. Wow. I really hate that kind of the people who believe what they love but never try something different. Sorry for showing you a bit of the negative vibes here, but I'm sure you know someone like them in your society. My point is that if you know something else, something different, it might be your next best favorite one. So don't limit yourself from trying and learning something different. By the way, no, you don't need to be ashamed when you have like negative vibes, as I did just now. There are thousands of people might told you that you need to be positive all the time, but it's not true. Being negative thinking is not something bad or unordinary. It's completely normal. So don't be ashamed and no need to pretend to be positive for others, okay? And for the experienced, mature people, I don't care how positive you are right now and how you think it's important to be. Please don't force everyone to be same as you are, especially for young generations. It might be killing young people's heart unconsciously. So we need to tell real stories to young generations. This is my message to you today. All right, let's get to the final phrase. What we can do if we learn something. What is the benefit of learning? It's we can have multiple perspectives from learning. Before reaching to the ending, I tell you the classic story which I learned when I started my career in advertisement industry. Okay, long time ago, there was two shoe salesmen, and both went to some country for market research and returned after spend a while there. And both reported to the boss. A salesman said that there were nobody wearing shoes on the streets. So demand is zero. So we shouldn't join the market. The another salesman said that there were nobody wearing shoes on the streets yet. So demand is limitless. So we should immediately join the market and sell our products now. If you see from other perspective, you can find something different result. And if you can see from different perspectives, your choice can be wider. Okay, I ask you one question here. Can you tell me what shape coins are like this one? We get to the title of this webinar finally. And 99% might answer that's a round. Yeah, it's a round, right? But if you observe a ticketing machine or drink vending machine, you can find that the coin shape is a rectangle, right? Like this shape, a very narrow rectangle. So we need to observe everything carefully to have different perspective by learning. And if you choose to keep learning, you can remove prejudice and you can forget stereotype, fixed idea. That brings innovation and the creativity for future. So my conclusion is be overconfident yourself at the beginning and start something different and special. And then analyze yourself properly, and finally focus on what you like right now. And through the process, don't forget to keep learning anything to become a better person and trying to have few different perspectives for innovation and creativity for your long life journey. All right, thank you. Good luck, guys. Thanks, Doctor.
Sir, thank you very much for your 30 minutes explanation of your life journey. I think we take it as in a 3 angle, being a confident and non-confident, and we take the entrepreneurship, and finally come with here a small a story is tell about shoemakers. So happy about it, sir. Now I request our students will have there the 3 questions, only a few people, 3 questions. Let you please wait for your answers.
Right.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Dhanush from third year. I have one question, sir.
Right.
What is required to face the failures?
So sorry, I couldn't catch you.
What is required to face the failures?
No, I cannot hear you. Can you type on the chat?
What is required to face the failures?
Right.
Can I?
Sir, I think this question is what is required to face the failures?
What is
Okay, fine. I think
Sir, I put it in chat box.
what is required to face the failures means what is required to face failures. It means like what do you need to face the failures or to face the failures. I think basically I feel that failures is not something bad or have to be shamed. I failed a lot, like thousands of the failures I have been, and I feel like sad and bad like few days. But people often say that resilience is very important, but actually it depends on what failures are. Most the bad failures like doing the same mistakes over and over again. So you can learn a lot of things from failures, and just I don't really you shouldn't worry about failures basically, and there are no like a specific good the things you can face to. Some people feeling very sad and depressed, right? But basically you don't need to be shamed when you face failures. It's just a part of the success. So I know it's tough to feeling failures, but in the US a lot of people cheers up if they make failures. Am I answered your question?
Good afternoon, sir. I am Kavya. I have a question. What is the inner strength required for being an entrepreneur?
What? Say again? What is the inner strength required for being an entrepreneur? What is the inner strength? Wow. That's quite a tough question, but like if you pursue the money, I don't recommend to be an entrepreneur, right? There are a lot of other ways to earn money. So to be entrepreneur is not the best way to pursue the money. So to be an entrepreneur, you need something that you can really get into, something you like. And in the startup world, the people always say that like find the problem that the customers has. I don't really trust that part, but always, even like the previous questions, like how to face the failure, and also what is the inner strength. It's all about like a resilient, never knee down and fall. You just keep your mind very strong. Yeah, I have been like losing a lot of money, and the worst part was I only have like $1 in my bank account previously, and even so, I have been down for like 3 days, 4 days, and I got to do something. So I just make my mind up to fight over the problem again. So the resilience is the most crucial part for being an entrepreneur.
Good afternoon, sir. I have a question. If I want to be passionate in my life, what are the qualities that are required?
If you want to be passionate
in my life,
okay,
what are the qualities required to me?
No. Last part I couldn't hear.
1 second.
If I want to be passionate in my life, what are the qualities required? I don't know. Like passionate is not like something you can create, right? The passion comes from like something. So I don't think you can find or you can like create something you can passionate. I'm sure you already have something that you are passionate with, right? I don't think, like for me, like I cannot make a passion for like mathematics. I hate it.
So I wanna become an entrepreneur. How I started a poultry farm in a small scale industry.
You want to be an entrepreneur, and
yes, sir.
And what?
Sir, he is an entrepreneur. He is running a poultry factory in his own hometown.
No, I cannot hear that. The sound is going. Can you write it down?
So I wanna become an entrepreneur. Now I'm started a poultry farm in my hometown.
You in your hometown, what you?
That's my village, sir. I have my own land, and I started a poultry farm in my land.
Oh, you have own land in your town.
Yes, sir.
And you want to do something.
Yes, sir.
You ask me to what to do.
like that's how to develop my qualities in my passion.
All right. The passion part, the passion, I don't think you can create passion. The passion is not something like you create. It's something is coming from, the God or somewhere else. So I cannot tell how to be passionate. So yeah, just to doing business with your current resources, you just like study like a business model, the lot of business model, and analyze which one is suitable for you. Yeah.
Okay.
For the entrepreneurs, there are like two different ways. The one is like what you want to do, like passionate about. Start. The other one is like you already have the resources and what you can do with it with these resources. So they are the two different type of the business launch. So in your case, there might be like you have own land and you already have some resources. Then you have to find like a perfect fit of the business model that can be very fit to the resources. So it's kind of the two different type of the business launching, I think.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
I request Mr. Dhanush.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to the Honorable Chief Guest, teachers, and my students. I am Dhanush, student of RVS College of Arts and Science. Consider the occasion as honor and privilege to extend the oath of thanks. In this such a short time, you have made the best arrangements for this program. Thank you wholeheartedly, mainly the stories and messages, which are really inspiring. Hope we will all take some takeaways from that. I would like to thank again for making this event a success. And at last, stating too, thanks to RVS Rigagal, RVS Educational Trust and Students, RVS College of Arts and Science, RVS Rigagal viewers and followers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.